Coordinator of the Northern Consensus Forum, Dr. Awa Abdullahi Aliyu, told Daily Trust that they have declared 3 days warning strike due to the constant killing of the Northerners in the southeast, adding that not less than 100 Northerners were murdered in the zone within last week. He said the strike action became necessary so as to stop Northern youth from taking laws into their hands in retaliation for continued killings. Aliyu said the strike, which began on Thursday, has started yielding positive impact, adding that they have notified security agencies and all state governors in the north and those in the affected zone. Movements of supply trucks is said to be halted on major routes since the commencement of the boycott order, with prices of food items soaring in major towns in the southeast and the south-south zones. We have blocked the roads linking the north to the east, ranging from Benue, Nasarawa, Kwara, and Plateau states, among others, and these truck drivers are cooperating with us, he said. Daily Trust had reported how the gunmen had killed at least 24 persons within 3 days as they went about enforcing a sit-at-home order declared by a factional spokesperson of IPOB, Simon Ekpa. The public relations officer of the Arewa Progressive Forum for 17 states in southern Nigeria, Malam Badamosi Muhammad, told Daily Trust that most northerners living in the villages of the southeast have relocated back to the north over fear of the incessant attacks. He said only few people who are living in major cities remain, though they also live in panic. He said most of those who are still in the southeast are there because they have no options. They have no other options. Wow. The main reason why we and others are still here is lack of sufficient opportunities in the north. The main reason why we and others are still here is lack of sufficient opportunities in the north, and some of us are used to living in the southeast. Many were born and brought up here. Many don't have any other thing to do in the north. Some will prefer to stay here due to the level of the poverty in the north, but as I am talking to you, many have vacated and moved back to the north. We used to have many of our people in the villages of southeast before, mainly petty traders, those selling beef, skewers, cobblers, and so on. All have now left due to the activities of the Biafra agitators. It is getting worse these days, he said. He expressed happiness with the order to stop commodities from the north getting to the southeast, saying it will save the lives of those involved. We are very happy with this measure. It is an action that will send messages to the governors and traditional rulers and other stakeholders in the zone. Our members are being murdered daily. Happily, the federal government has been taking action by deploying huge security formations within the cities. These killers need to be arrested and brought to book. If a young man will make a tweet and will be traced by security men and arrested, what stops the same security agencies from tracing these killers, he asked. Another resident of Imo State, Mohammed Abdul Kader, told Daily Trust that the killers of the northerners in the southeast is getting worse on a daily basis. As I am talking to you, even yesterday, Wednesday, many of our people were killed at Idiato along Onitsha-Owerri Road. The victims were truck drivers and their boys who were conveying noodles, flours, and other commodities. Also, some bus passengers were intercepted and killed. They were burnt along with their vehicles. I was involved in preparing the dead bodies for burial. We took the wounded ones to the hospitals. The Imo State governor had been assisting us with some funds to bury the victims, but it seems he is even tired of it lately, he said. The second Hausawa of Enugu, Alhaji Haruna Sulaiman, who said both him and his father were born in Enugu, bemoaned the ongoing tension while urging the northerners in the southeast to always abide by the order. He said, our people should always stay at home whenever there is a sit-at-home order. I have been advising those living in the villages and remote areas to vacate. Even me, I don't go to such areas. I have friends who usually invite me for their occasions, but when I know it is a village, I don't go. I will just contribute and give them money for the weddings. The precautionary measures are necessary and our people should understand and be careful, he said. On the boycott order by some northern groups, the Saki Hausawa said it will be of a certain level of as it will draw the attention of leaders to their predicament. With the strike, even those who are not aware of the current situation will now know, and maybe it will resolve the issue, but it will also affect us. And not any other who you see in the east is here for business or working as laborers. So the strike will also affect us, he said. Prices of perishable goods, other food items soar. Some residents of the region told Daily Trust that the price of perishable goods and other food items usually supplied from the northern part of the country have risen. A resident of Port Harcourt in Rivers State, Mukta Mohammed, told Daily Trust that the prices of perishable goods and some food items have shot less than 12 hours after the boycott announced by the truck drivers and traders bringing goods from the north to the east. The governor of Ebonyi State, David Umar, yesterday declared war against the faction of the indigenous people of Biafra, Simon Ekpa. Oh my God, from the look of things, I think whosoever that is declaring the sit-at-home order should be held responsible, and everybody should do everything to make sure that this Simon Ekpa, whatever it's representing, should be arrested. But as far as I know, Nnamdi Kanu is not part of this whole thing. Who is working for is what I don't really understand, and they are using what they said from the beginning to use against them. So that being said, because I know that these people, when it comes to this issue, they will begin to talk. I remember last month a lot of people, I think in any one of the states, that a lot of people were killed on Igbozo. These are the same people, they will come and tell you that Igbos are killing themselves. They say Igbos are killing themselves. If Igbos are killing themselves, then why are you not saying that they are killing your people? And meanwhile, the insecurity happening in the north, these guys will never say anything. So how many of you have really relocated from the north? In as much we are condemning the action, anybody who is ordering the sit-at-home and using it against the real IPOP should be apprehended. That is it. Should be arrested. The person should be arrested. But all the insecurity happening in the north, when and how have you relocated? What measures have you taken? You see the hypocrisy. A lot of Igbo people were massacred, and they would tell you, oh, Igbos are killing themselves. So if Igbos are killing themselves, then why are you not saying that they are the ones killing these people? I'm not in support of the killing, but let the northerners remember that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only solution. So sad that the intelligent Igbo people are starting a war that may end their human capital investment. Beautiful South is about to destroy by its own youth, and the elders are quiet. It is better to boycott than revenge. We pray for peace. The writer is either not properly informed or simply mischievous. As a citizen and as a resident of Southeast, I can tell you that no one set out to kill any northerner as a group decision. Most of the northerners in the Southeast deliberately disregard the sit-at-home. Nobody likes the sit-at-home order, but for the sake of your life, you are advised to obey. But you will see these truck drivers plying the roads. Why sit-at-home order? Nobody should be talking about sit-at-home order, which Nnamdi Kanu has rejected. Why Simon Ekpa is declaring 5 days? Before you know it, we will not declare 1 year or 1 month. What are we talking about? Let's call a spade a spade. What are we talking about? If Nnamdi Kanu said, they said there's no sit-at-home order, because I remember 2 weeks after the sit-at-home was declared by Nnamdi Kanu, and they saw reasons, and the people gave them reasons why they should not do it. 2 weeks after, they stopped it. So why is it that some people are not using it against this thing? And you people are telling us that they sit-at-home. What is sit-at-home? For what? continue to be supporting this at home. They are using it against you, and it is evident. My question is that the insecurity happening in the north, how as deep have these people, how have they been able to manage it? Did they run away from the DC, or did they cut food supply? This is what they have been talking about, and the so-called Buhari is not helping matter. It's just unfortunate, really, really unfortunate. So, guys, let us hear your opinion and have your take on this.